Dear students, we are going to begin the second class, class 2 of residential status. Now we will be dealing with some sums and examples in this class, and so that we can clarify whatever we have learnt in the previous class. Okay, so we will be doing some practical examples so that we will have a better understanding of the sections that we have done so far. So let us take the first example. A man, Mr. Alam, came to India for the first time on May 1st, 2022 and left India on 12th June 2022. Determine the residential status of Mr. Alam for the assessment year 23-24 in the above case. Okay, so what you have to do is to find out the number of days for which he was in India. So let us see the solution. For assessment year 23-24, the previous year is 22-23. During that period, Mr. Alam was in India for 43 days. Now, how do we know it is 43 days? It is, you have to count May 1 to May 31st. Both the days inclusive, May 1 has to be taken into account. So, May 1 to May 31, that is 31 days, plus the 12 days of June. The 12th day of the June will also be included. So, 12 days of June. So, that makes 43. Now, thus what we understand from this example is he does not fulfill any one of the conditions of section 6.1. So, he is a non-resident Indian, that is an NRI. Understood? Now we will go off to the second example. What is there in the second example? Mr. X comes to India from USA for the first time on 15th of October 21. He had stayed back in India as he had joined an Indian company. Determine the residential status of Mr. X for the previous year 22-23. During the previous year, we come to the solutions. During the previous year 22-23, and you must be knowing that the assessment year is going to be 23-24 for this previous year 22-23. Mr. X had been in India for a total period of 168 days. Now, how do you know it is 168 days? You have to calculate that. Okay? Now, look at the calculation. Can you see it? The month we have on one day, on one side, and the days on the other side. First, we come to the month of October, when he first came to India. He was in India, he came to India for the first time on the 15th of October. So, you have to take 15th and till the last day of October. It will constitute 17 days, right? So, November 30 days, December 31 days, January once again it is 31 days, February it will be 28 days, and March 31 days. So, we are getting 168 days. Since Mr. X was in India in previous year 22-23 for a period of 168 days, he thus fulfills one of the basic conditions of 16.1. He does one of the basic conditions. But he does not fulfill the additional conditions under section 6.6a. So, he is a resident but not ordinary resident. So, his residential status will be RNOR. Residential status is RNOR. Let's go off to the next example. Okay, so example 3. Example 3, we have Mr. X, who was a foreigner. He comes to India for the first time on 15th of June 2017. During the financial year 2017-18, 2018-19, 2019-20 and 2021, 21-22, 22-23, he stays in India for 125 days, 110 days, 115 days, 91 days and 154 days and 90 days respectively. So each year you have been told how many days he was there in India, each year. Okay. So determine the residential status for the assessment year 23-24. So for this assessment year 23-24, you know very well the previous year is going to be 22-23. Okay. So in the previous year 22-23, Mrs. X stays in India for 90 days. And in the preceding 4 years, he was in India for 470 days. Now 470 days or how many days, whatever, you have to count yourself, right? How do you do the counting? You are going to do it in this way. Okay. So here on the left hand side we have got the years, and on the right hand side we have got the days. So here we will start with 2018 to 19. Okay, because you know why we have taken 18 to 19 and not 2017 and 18 and 19, why we have not taken that, means we have not taken 2017 to 2018, we have not taken that year, have we? We have started from 2018 to 2019. The reason is we are going to see for how many days he was in India for 4 years prior to the previous year, right? So we can take only 4 years. We should only take 4 years prior to the previous year 22-23. So it starts from 18 to 19, 19 to 20, 20-21, 21-22. So these are the 4 years preceding the previous year 22-23. Okay. So in the first year, that is 2018 to 19, he was in India for 110 days. 2019 to 2020, he was in India for 115 days. 20 to 21, 91 days. 21 to 22, he was in India for 154 days. So total number of days he was in India was 470 days. Okay. Was it 470 or is it 480? No, it is 470 days only. Therefore, he fulfills one of his basic condition of section 6.1. But he was not resident in India in the last 2 out of the 10 previous years preceding the previous year 2023. He was not present in India for 730 days or more during the preceding years prior to, during the 7 preceding years prior to the previous year 22-23. So he fails to satisfy both the conditions, both the additional conditions of section 6b. So in that case he is an RNOR. In at least 2 out of the 10 previous year preceding the previous year 22-23, he was not present in India for 730 days or more during the 7 preceding years prior to the previous year 22-23. So he fails to satisfy both the additional conditions that we find in section 6.6. So he is an RNOR. Okay. Now we will come to example 4. What is given in example 4? Mr. A is resident of France and he comes to India for the first time on May 1st, 2016. He stayed continuously for 3 years and left for France on May 1st, 2019. He was posted back to India on January 20, 2023 and is still in India. Determine the residential status of the assessee. Now for the assessment year 23-24, the financial year is 22-23, during which Mr. A was in India for 72 days. Now how do we know the 72 days? You have to calculate. Can you see it? So you see, before 22-23 his presence in India was. We have to take year on the left hand side and we have taken the days on the right hand side. So 2016 to 17, 335 days. 2017 to 18, 365 days. 18 to 19, it was again 365 days. And 2019 to 20, it was 31 days. 2021 to 45 days. And on 21 to 22, nil. Okay, he was present in India. You see, for more than 60 days during the previous year 2022-23 and 365 days or more during the 4 years preceding the current previous year. So he satisfies one of the conditions of section 6.1. Now he also fulfills both the additional conditions under section 6.6a. Okay, so we can say, what can you say? He is a resident of India, right? So I hope you have been able to understand the examples that you have done so far. Right? So it is a very short video, and in my next video we will be doing section 5 in detail. Okay, section 5 in detail we will be doing because section 5 is a very important section once again. Like we have done section 6 and we have come to know how to determine the residential status of any assessee. Now in section 5 we will be doing some concept of total income, right? So we will be doing that in the next class, that is class 3. So today it was a very short class. Hope you have enjoyed or hope you have understood what I have taught, and we will meet again for the third class. Okay, bye.